Hello and welcome to a 10th episode of Feed the Flame. Feed the Flame is where we interview former or current student athletes, as well as others involved in the sporting world, to get an insight on their experiences relating to our monthly themes. I'm Kenna.
And I'm Megan. We are your interviewer for this episode. Today we are grateful to have Hong Kong field hockey team player Kirsten to join us and talk about our theme, mind and body image. Welcome, Kirsten. Can you
Hi.
briefly introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name is Kirsten McNeil. I play field hockey for the Hong Kong women's national team and for my own club, Kowloon Cricket Club. And I've been playing field hockey for about 20 years now. So yeah, it's been a long time, but I do play other sports just to help with my main sport, hockey. So yeah.
To start off, how will you define the term body image and how do you think it is important to people nowadays?
So I think body image is most importantly is like our own perception of like our own body and how we see ourselves and how we feel and how we believe. So in today's society, it's actually really important because it's the first impression of how others sees us, right? And it's how we see ourselves. And in today's society, there's just been so much change in terms of how we should voice up for ourselves, our self-advocate. And on the other hand, unfortunately, there's also massive pressure on how others sees us and what we've achieved and how we've been doing. So it's really important that nowadays we have to maintain like our own good, like personal, like body image so that we can continue to improve both personally, individually, and in our in our profession, our personal life, and whatever interest that we have in. So yeah.
People nowadays are aware of their body image a lot. How does negative image affect people's mental health?
So it goes back to what you were saying about like what body image is. So what I mentioned previously, it's about like our own body and our own perception of it. So negative body image, then that means there's a massive correlation to an individual's mental health. So it adversely affects it. So they feed into each other. Negative body image, negative mental health. And once you start having positive body image, positive mental health. So what I mean by that is if you're starting to not believe in yourself, then it affects your mental well-being. You're starting to convince yourself that you're not able to do it. I feel like I feel fat. I feel depressed. I feel like everybody's judging me. But if you start to change your perception, change your body image, and to change your belief settings in terms of I'm doing okay, I have small wins today, I'm doing great. And that means you're having positive self-talk. And that's when your mental health starts to improve day by day. And that is really, really important. Because if you have negative body image, then it just starts to feed into each other and it's a downward hill steep. And that's really hard to get out of in that slump. So it's trying to change your perception every day, have a positive body image, and obviously encourage each other to spread that as well.
What are some challenges and barriers individuals might face when they're trying to improve their body image, and how can they overcome them?
Well, obviously in today's society, we're so easily influenced by so many outside factors. And one of them would be social media, the other might be like online platforms, another would be like our peers, etc. And the most important thing that I will say is that no other opinion should matter than your own, because it does take a lot of practice, mental toughness, and like positive self-talk. So like most importantly, you have to believe in yourself, and that's step one. If you don't have that, then the body image, the challenge that you will face, it will be very, very hard to overcome. So you have to believe. And then once you start believing, your mindset will start to change. It doesn't matter like what shape, size you are, or like how good a day you have or a bad a day you have. It's a matter of how much you believe in yourself and how much you understand your mind and how your body operates. So we see social media every day. We go on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and we have these outside opinions on what people sees us or like how we see other people in terms of their progress, and they just put their business out into the world. But as long as you're minding your own business, you're making sure that you believe in yourself, And once you have that step, then that the outside influential factors doesn't mean anything. You have to have self-discipline. Believe is the first one, and then the others will come. So in terms of how field hockey had helped me shape my body image, it's definitely part of my identity, and it's a lot of things that I've learned through hockey. I've been able to utilize it every day, and most importantly, it's the mental game from the sport that I've been able to utilize. And it goes back to how I say believe. Through hockey, I am able to push my body and my mind into limits where I never thought that I am able to and capable of. And it's when I'm playing with the sport, I feel myself and I believe myself and I know my worth, I know my identity, and that translates into my everyday life, whether I'm at work or when I'm with my peers. I just feel at ease and I belong. And I think it doesn't just matter to field hockey, it translates to other sports. And it doesn't have to be sports, it can relate to creative arts or music. And it's just a matter of how you translate from your sport or what you do into your body image. And I think that's really important.
Have you ever encountered challenges and attempting to attain an ideal body shape? And how do you overcome these challenges?
I definitely did. I had a personal experience when I was probably about 15 or 16. We were training for my first Asian Games, which was in 2014 in Incheon. And then since the build-up for the Asian Games, you have to train a lot and then you have to fuel your body in a certain way. So I was advised to go to see a nutritionist and say, hey, learn more about food and nutrition, and start fueling your body right for the upcoming big competition that you have. But as a 15-year-old, when you're being told to see a nutritionist, you would take it the wrong way. And I definitely did. And I thought, that means I probably am not looking a certain way, what an athlete should look like. So I had a really bad relationship with food, and that severely impacted my performance. And I did not perform as well as I potentially could have. And once I started learning more about nutrition, more about food, more about how nutrition would impact your game performance and your recovery, and I have not looked back ever since. And I'm very proud of that journey of overcoming it and the challenges. So I will go back to what I said previously. It's not about how your body looks. It's not about being skinny or how others think what you should look like and have an opinion on your body, because you know your body best. So it's more about how you can maximize your body's potential and your mind's potential and reflect that in your game performance, because that is the most important goal and aspect in your athletic career and everyday life, essentially.
Thank you so much, Kirsten. That brings us to the end of our episode.
Thank you so much for having me. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. If you want to know more about our theme for the month of April, Mind and Body Image, be sure to check out our website or our Instagram page. I'm Megan.
And I'm Kenna.
See you again soon.